It's the last plenary for the week on the floor of the House of Representatives, with several deliberations taking center stage. Federal lawmaker Ganiu Ayuba, who raised the first motion on the floor of the House, called for the need to review the nation's justice system, expressing concerns over the lengthy court cases that have taken years to resolve. He says they undermine public trust on the judiciary and slow down democratic and economic progress.
In some states of the Federation, cases at the High Court, which by their nature ought to be dispensed within months, last between 4 to 5 years before judgment is delivered. The House further worried that situations where suspects languish in detention for years awaiting trial, where chieftaincy cases lasted for years in court, leaving communities without head, and where commercial litigation span years in court unresolved, they are bane to our democratic and economic growth.
Prisons that were built or correctional facilities that were built to take, for example, 100 persons in the 70s, where facilities have not been expanded till today, have thousands of people languishing in them. Mr. Speaker, of the number of persons in our correctional facilities, I can say without any form of doubt that over 60 to 70% are people who are awaiting trial. Some of them are in the correctional facilities for a period that is even longer than the time they would have been convicted for if they were eventually found guilty of such alleged offenses. And by the principle of our Constitution, every person is adjudged innocent until proven guilty.
Previously, you have cases, electoral cases, lingering up to 3 years. So there is no time better than now for this motion to be given accelerated hearing and passed, because people are suffering.
The House also urged the federal government to enforce the Export Prohibition Act 2004 to tackle food smuggling and improve food security.
The House is also concerned that the food smuggling and exportation is a major driver of the current food insecurity, with large quantities of food products smuggled out of the country, consequently undermining agricultural output and threatening the livelihood of farmers.
Is to mandate the Ministry of Works Committee to ascertain the causes of the incessant building collapse and provide lasting solution to curb the menace of, and report back to the House within 4 weeks.
Also, the House of Representative Committee on Federal Polytechnics also directed the rector of the Federal Polytechnic Bidda in Niger State to appear before the committee over matters relating to the oversight in the institution.
Though you owe the full authority of your institution, but it will have been better if you were here with your team rather than you being here alone, because I'm sure is what your visitation here today is going to be, is that there will have to probably be a continuation of this exercise, because I'm sure we're going to come up with questions that even if you can answer them, you don't have documentary evidence to back them up.
So when I got the message from Chairman Kofa that they have been able to make an easier arrangement and that we should come here, beginning with Bida and Wanune, I saw the importance and the integrity of this committee. So rather than write a letter last night, I decided to take excuse from there to come here physically to request that we be taking probably tomorrow or next tomorrow, when the Bossa and other teams would have finished with the accreditation team, and we will all be here again.
The committee's planned engagement with another polytechnic in Wanune, Benue State, was also postponed due to the non-appearance of the institution's rector. In Abuja for News Central, I am Emmanuel Bagudu.